सुबह सुबह ले शिव का नाम,
सुबह सुबह ले शिव का नाम।
शिव आएंगे तेरे काम,
शिव आएंगे तेरे काम।
सुबह सुबह ले शिव का नाम,
सुबह सुबह ले शिव का नाम।
कर ले बंदे कोई शुभ काम,
कर ले बंदे कोई शुभ काम।
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय,
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
खुद को राख लपेटे फिरते,
खुद को राख लपेटे फिरते,
औरों को देते वरदान,
औरों को देते वरदान।
खुद को राख लपेटे फिरते,
खुद को राख लपेटे फिरते,
औरों को देते वरदान,
औरों को देते वरदान।
देवों के हित विष पी डाले,
देवों के हित विष पी डाले,
नीलकंठ को कोटि प्रणाम,
नीलकंठ को कोटि प्रणाम।
देवों के हित विष पी डाले,
देवों के हित विष पी डाले,
नीलकंठ को कोटि प्रणाम,
नीलकंठ को कोटि प्रणाम।
नीलकंठ को कोटि प्रणाम। कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः
भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः
स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. As the mind becomes purer and purer, it becomes more and more sensitive. Such a mind is no more able to see or no more able to revel in the bliss or rather the pleasure of the sense objects. Rather, such a mind starts seeing the defects in the sense objects. A sensitive, pure mind is able to penetrate into the depths of the reality. And what is the reality of this world? The reality of this world is everything is attained through action. Karma chitan loka. If it is hot, you can just open it. It is hot. Yes. Parikshya lokan karma chitan brahmana. Nirvedam ayat na asti akrutaha krutena. Everything in this world is attained through action. Action is temporary, impermanent, and therefore there is nothing in this world which can be achieved that is long lasting. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says there are only 4 things which can be attained through action. Samskaryam, Utpadyam, Apyam, Vikaryam. Only 4 things can be done with action. Samskaryam. If you have to purify something, yes. Utpadyam. You can produce something. Apyam. You can go to one place to another. Reach a place. And Vikaryam. You can modify a thing. That's all what you can do with action. Samskaryam, Apyam, Utpadyam, Vikaryam. Other than these things, action has no purpose at all. So this is the limit of action. Nasti akrutaha krutena. So such a person who is seeking something permanent, such a person cannot be happy in this world. All the time he will be miserable thinking of the impermanence of everything. What we want is permanent security, permanent peace. What is the use of getting impermanent thing, even if it is Swargaroka? You can rest only when something permanent is attained. Once the mind starts longing for this state of permanence, that person cannot be. It's like the child ready to exit the womb. The child cannot be happy in the womb. A time comes when the womb becomes suffocating. Till now the womb was a helping factor in growth. But a time comes when the same womb, which was creating a conducive environment, becomes unconducive, becomes suffocating, intolerable. So this, in technical term, is what is called as Mumukṣutva. Mokshumi bhuyat iti ichha. The desire that enough is enough. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathareshayam. Iha samsare bahudostare, kripaya pare pahi murare. Bhagwan, save me, pahi murare. So that is a sign of a pure mind. How miserable are you here? So there is a saying, a happy slave is the greatest enemy of freedom. So most of us are very happy in our slavery. And that is why freedom is not coming. The necessary condition to gain freedom is experience of misery in slavery. No, Swamiji, without misery I want freedom. Without the misery of slavery I want freedom. That is our wishful thinking. Are you ready to go through the misery for the sake of freedom? Ask yourself this question. Immense misery are you ready to go through? Because freedom comes after that. The first is the child's suffocation in the womb, then only comes the exit from the womb. That's why the child comes crying. What is that crying? The misery inside the womb. And the transit time through the womb. So, but don't worry, if we are not prepared, Bhagavan will not force us. First, He will prepare us with a sensitive mind. And once we become fit, then only He will do it. That is why Bhagavan is compassionate. The moment you start feeling miserable of this worldly existence, know for sure liberation is not far off. First comes misery, then comes reward. First comes pain, then comes gain. That's the law. Okay, so such a student is then exposed to a teacher. Tad vijnanartham sa gurum eva abhigachet. Gurum eva, let him go to Guru alone. Means what? Nobody else can put an end to that misery. No worldly solace, no worldly consolence. Nobody can console him. Only a Brahmanishta Shotriya Guru can truly put an end to his misery. So then the Guru's teaching starts. So what is that Guru's teaching? My dear child, don't worry. There is something which is permanent, which cannot be known through the eyes and the ears. You have been seeking permanence through your sense organs. That is not the right way. You are already existing in that self which is of the nature of immortality, which is of the nature of bliss. Turn your attention there. In fact, the whole world is existing in Him alone. So try to see His glory in the world. So that is the first step. First step is knowing the glory of the self. Otherwise, what will happen? You will experience consciousness, but you will experience consciousness without knowing His glory. So therefore, it will be a dry experience. Many times this happens. At the seat of meditation, yes, Swamiji, I am aware, but nothing is happening. Nothing is happening because you don't know the glory. So therefore, that topic is taken up now. The glory of the self through the glory of the world. So now we will see verse number 7, page number 74. Tasmac deva bahudha samprasutaha sadhya manushyav pashavo vayamsi pranapano vrihiyavav tapascha Shraddha satyam brahmacharyam vidhischa Tasmac deva bahudha samprasutaha sadhya manushyav pashavo vayamsi pranapano vrihiyavav tapascha Shraddha satyam brahmacharyam vidhischa. Yes, that Bhagavan, out of infinite love for his beings, has created this world. What all has he created? He has created the path, he has created the means of sustenance, he has created the beings, the body, everything. Tasmat, from him, what all came out? Devaha, bahudha samprasuta, varieties of devatas. Varieties of devatas, like sadhya, etc. Sadhya, kinnara, gandharva, so many types of devatas. Not only devatas, manushyaha, human beings, pashavaha, animals, vayamsi, birds. So they are all different physical forms of living beings. Every form has a philosophy of life. Remember what tapas is going on? Jnana tapas. What is jnana tapas? Constant upgradation of one's knowledge based on life's experiences. That is called as jnana tapas. What is the proof that knowledge is not right? Suffering in life. That suffering forces us to introspect, correct our knowledge, and after correcting our knowledge, we perform action. Then we get result. And what is the proof? Again, knowledge is not right, pain, suffering. So this is the cycle. So in this way, you will find various beings are at various levels with various bodies. Every body has a philosophy of life. For example, suppose a philosophy of life is, I can be happy by being clever. I can be happy by being clever. So these philosophies are all there. So maybe that being may become a crow or a fox. That is a philosophy. I can be happy by being lazy. I don't want to do anything. Okay, you will become a tree. You don't have to move. Food will come to you, sunlight will come to you, everything will come to you. Tamasic state. Maybe to survive in this world, I have to be violent and cruel. You may become a lion. It's a philosophy. Jnana tapas. You see? Maybe I must live a life of indulgence. Happiness is indulgence. So a being where a lot of indulgence is there. I don't like knowledge. Knowledge always makes me miserable. I am comfortable only in ignorance. Maybe a snake. So these are all different philosophies. When you are seeing a being, this can be a good homework. is that philosophy which this being believed in, because of which God has to give this birth. You see? I may have a philosophy, but there is a Bhagavan who is watching my philosophy. And accordingly, body is given. Tasmat. Tasmat means from him. So, you see how jnana tapas is happening. Yas sarvajña sarvavita yasya jnanamayam tapah. So look at that Bhagavan. Even though my philosophy is erroneous, he patiently waits for me till I correct myself. And now to live in that physical body, I need food. He provides food. Vrihi yavau. Food is provided. Rice and barley. Vrihi yavau. But then mere eating will not do. Digestion has to be done. And Bhagavan knows, if I make this fellow digest food, he will mess up the whole thing and he will die. So better take the important physiological functions myself. Let him not make him responsible for it. So therefore, prana apana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, digestion, blood circulation, respiration, everything Bhagavan takes care. So that we are busy with our philosophy. Our erroneous, foolish philosophy. You be busy in your jnana tapas, rest everything I will do. You see? Can you see the compassion of Bhagavan? At the same time paying attention. All the time Bhagavan's attention is upon us. Otherwise, how will he know what my philosophy is? Sarvajña sarvavit, sarvavit, paying attention in detail every time, looking at me. Whatever I desire, oh, do you want this? Okay. An OET is provided, a BMI is provided, so that I can be the PFT. A word is provided. And then I interact. Painful experience comes. I introspect, oh, I think I'm wrong. Okay. I think if I desire that, it would happen. Oh, that is what you want? Okay, take it. And finally, Bhagavan has provided the right path also. So as Bhagavatam says, how does that bull, that bullock cart, bull know which is the right path? The pain in the nose. There is a nose string, and that owner is holding that string. So whenever the bullock goes into the wrong way, the owner pulls the string and there is a pain in the nose. So then the bullock knows, oh, not that way, this is the way. In the same way, everybody is guided from within. Residing in the heart, he is guiding us. Not this way, this way, this way. Antaryami is inner controller. And when we are walking the right path, what is the right path? Tapascha, Shraddha, Satyam, Brahmacharyam, Vidhischa. The do's, Vidhi, Nisheda. Scriptures have got Vidhi and Nisheda, the do's and don'ts. When I walk the path of righteousness, of austerity, of faith, of truth, of sense control, then there is peace which I experience. Who is giving that peace? Bhagavan himself. So this way, from the beginning till the end, there is someone with us, always taking care of us. Wish fulfiller and well-wisher. Both. Suhridam sarvabhutanam jnatva mam shantim richati. Knowing me as a friend of all, that person attains peace. So that is the glory of Bhagavan. But this is when you start loving that Bhagavan. constantly with me, never abandoning me. Infinite love, unconditional love. When you start experiencing that love from that Lord, then your love for that Lord starts. Till then it's not possible. So that is why the world is created. To tell you how much the Creator loves you. The world is an expression of love. So our worldly transaction should be such that our love for God should increase day by day. In this way, if you are living our life, that life is a fruitful life. Is my love for my Creator growing? This is a question you have to ask. So same line of thought continues, verse number 8, page number 76. Sapta prāṇāः prabhavanti tasmāt saptācishah samidhah sapta homāः sapta ime loka yeshu charanti prāṇāः गुहाशया निहिता सप्त 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 प्राणाः प्रभवन्ति तस्मात् सप्ताचिषः समिधः सप्त होमाः सप्त इमे लोका येषु चरन्ति प्राणाः गुहाशया निहिता सप्त सप्त. Yes. So in each and every transaction of our sense organs, He is present. He is the one who is enabling us to interact with the world. He has given the BMI, body, mind, intellect. He has given the OET, object, emotions, thoughts. He Himself is the one who is enabling us to interact with the OET through the BMI. That is the essence. So, tasmat sapta prāṇāः prabhavanti. From Him comes sapta prāṇāः. So, what is sapta prāṇā here? 7 sense organs. But we know only 5 sense organs. 7 sense organs means 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 1 mouth. 7. 7 sense organs. Because in each Golaka, there is an organ. Organ means Indriya. Indriya means the power to perceive. That is called as Indriya. The power to see, the power to hear, the power to smell. That power is there. So therefore 7. Tasma sapta prāṇāः prabhavanti. Sapta archishah prabhavanti. Archisha means flames. As though there is a flame which goes from the sense organs to the sense objects and consume that sense objects, like a fire. Fire consumes the fuel. In the same way, the sense organs are consuming the sense object as though through a flame. So that illumining principle, that is called as Sapta Archisha. Then Sapta Samidha. 7 types of Samidha, fuel. What is fuel? Sense objects, correct. Sense organs, illumination, sense objects, and Sapta Homa. So now, Homa, that ritual. So ritual is happening. Every time sense organs are perceiving the sense objects, a ritual is happening. In ritual what happens? There is a fire and there is the sacrificial fuel which is offered. So constantly we are doing a homa. Sapta homa. So perception is called homa here. What is the end result of sense organ coming in contact with sense object? What is the end result? Perception. So that is called as Bhoma. Meaning the knowledge that takes place because of that interaction. Then Sapta Loka, 7 worlds. What is 7 worlds? So here Bhagavan Shankaracharya says Loka means Golaka, the physical, fleshy organ. For example, this physical eye is called Golaka. The ability to see is called Indriya. They are 2 different things. At the time of death, what comes with us? Golaka is left back, Indriya comes with us. The ability to see. So therefore, Indriya is a part of subtle body, Sukshma Sharira. Golaka is a part of Sthula Sharira. So Saptaloka means that physical, fleshy body part. Sapta pranaha eshu charanti lokaha. So these sense organs are moving in that golaka, in that loka. That's the meaning. Eshu charanti pranaha. Where do they stay? Guhashaya. All of them reside in the cavity of the heart. Sapta Sapta Nihitaha. In this way, in each being, in a group of 7, these abilities are deposited. It is present. The whole point is this: it is Bhagavan alone who is enabling us to see, to hear, touch, smell, taste. This way we must contemplate. This way we must remember God. Oh Bhagavan, it is because of you I am able to see. I don't know what is happening in the eyes. I am able to see. But how I am able to see? I don't know. How I am able to hear? I don't know. How I am able to think? I don't know. How the food is digested? I don't know. I don't know anything. You are taking care of me. So then what virtue comes to us? Humility and gratitude. Mind becomes pure. Just pay attention to the realities of life. That is more than sufficient to purify the mind. Swamiji, it is very difficult to drop the ego, Swamiji. Meditate on this. Dropping the ego is easy, provided you pay attention to the basics of life. There is no reason why we can be proud of. There is no reason at all. And if we find that we are still proud, what is lacking? Jnana tapas is lacking. Use the language of Muṇḍaka Upaniṣad. Vichara is lacking. Right thinking is lacking. And what is the price you pay for right thinking? For the lack of right thinking? Suffering. That's it. In this world, there is only one price to be paid: suffering. Dollar, rupee has no value here. Only one price: suffering. For carelessness, suffering. Lack of right understanding, suffer and gain that right understanding. And be alert. Just like a child. How does the child learn to walk? Suffering is the price. If you are careless, fall down. Cry for some time. Become wise. Again get up. Dust your back and start walking. So even the worldly interaction must take you towards the Lord, must help you develop a sense of respect, reverence for the Lord. This is the way to live in this world. Continuing the same thought, verse number 9, page number 79. Atah samudra girayascha sarve asmatsyandanте sindhavah sarvarupah atascha sarva oshadhayo rasascha येनैष भूतैस्तिष्ठते ह्यन्तरात्मा अतः समुद्रा गिरयश्च सर्वे अस्मात्स्यन्दन्ते सिन्धवः सर्वरूपाः अतश्च सर्वा ओषधयो रसश्च येनैष भूतैस्तिष्ठते ह्यन्तरात्मा. From him alone has ocean risen. The infinite ocean has come from him. And now from this ocean water is evaporated. These waters become the cloud. These clouds are carried by the wind, all because of him. And these clouds hit the mountains. Girayascha sarve. And what happens when the clouds hit the mountain? Syandante sindhava sarvarupa. All types of rivers start flowing. Sindhava. So he alone is the creator of that river. That river goes down into the plain lands. And then what happens? These water then nourish the plants. Atascha sarva oshadhaya. The plants grow in that water. And he himself as the rasascha, that sap, that nutrition in that plant, he himself is. And this nutrition nourishes the being. He himself is a nourisher, the source of nourishment. And then finally, yenaisha bhutaihi tishthate yantaratma. It is only because of him that this jivatma in the subtle body is able to remain inside bhutaihi. Bhutaihi means 5 elements. What is this bhutaihi? The physical body. The body made of 5 elements. Antaratma tishthate. This jivatma in the form of subtle body is able to remain in this physical body. It is only because of his grace. Literally everything is taken care by the Lord. That's what the point is. So pay attention. So some few verses are only given. This is the direction of thinking which we must cultivate. Everything is by the grace of the Lord alone. So remaining in the body is also by his grace. Exiting the body is also by his grace alone. Udana Vayu takes care of that. That subtle body exiting the physical body. We don't have any control. It is like the astronaut sitting in the rocket. You know, when that rocket goes, they don't have any control. They are launched, they are brought back, that's all. So therefore, concluding, so you have got the line of thinking now. Make use of the world, make use of the interactions in the world, experiences in the world, in order to love that Bhagavan. And where is that Bhagavan? Next verse. 2:110. 10th verse, page 80. Purusha evedam vishwam karma tapo brahma paramrutam etad yo veda nihitam guhayam so vidya granthim vikiratiha soumya purusha evedam vishwam karma tapo brahma paramrutam etad yo veda nihitam guhayam so vidya granthim vikiratiha soumya purusha eva idam vishwam. So the conclusion is that Supreme Being alone has become everything. And in this world, what do you see? Karma, tapa. These are the two main things which you will see. Jnana tapas, karma tapas. You know and then you do. Knowing and doing. Karma and tapas. So here tapas means jnana tapas. The whole world is a field of knowing and doing. And thus evolving. Evolving to what? Brahma Paramrutam. That Purusha who is none other than Amrutam Brahma, immortal Brahman. Everybody is evolving. And where is that Bhagavan? Etat yaha veda nihitam guhayam. Evolving towards Brahman means what? Knowing his presence in one's own heart. Nihitam guhayam. That Bhagavan can be experienced in one's own heart. The place of experience is heart. Though Bhagavan is present everywhere, Lord is present everywhere, but he can be experienced only in our heart. The place of experience is heart. Etad Yahaveda, the one who gains this knowledge. What is this knowledge? Paravidya. One who gains this knowledge, what happens to him? Saha avidya granthim vikirati. Such a person destroys avidya granthi. Granthi means a knot. Avidya means ignorance. Vikirati, destroys. He destroys the knot of ignorance in his heart. Where? Iha. Iha means what? Even by living, not after death. Remember, Swargaloka is after death. You can't get Swargaloka while being alive. You have to die. That's a necessary condition to go to Swargaloka. Qualification for Swargaloka is two things. Number one, you should have done some punya karma. Number two, you should die. But as far as this knowledge is concerned, yeah, even while living, you gain this. You gain the highest, the permanent, even while living. So you are very clear that yes, I got it. Because otherwise, what is the guarantee? Somebody has gone to Swargaloka, what is the guarantee? Because that fellow is no more there. Please tell us and say, I am in Swargaloka. It is all just imagination, wishful thinking. But as far as this knowledge is concerned, you can gain it here. Even while alive, you know that yes. That is why all the scriptures are alive. Because Mahatma says, A, what is said in the scripture is right because I have experienced it. Mahadidam tapo Ramanavakyam. This is the word of Ramana. Meaning, this is my experience. So whatever is said in the scripture is true. So here. So now this verse becomes a seed for the next section. So what is the main thing? Yaha nihitam guhayam iti Veda. One who sees that Lord in one's own heart. He what was this section all about? This section was all about glory of the world and thus know the glory of the self in the heart. Now the next topic is how to enter the heart. So the next section, 2.2, page 83. Avissannihitam guhacharam nama mahatpadamatraitat samarpitam ejat pranan nimishacchayadetat janatha sadasatvarenyam param vijñānāt yadvarishtham prajanām avissannihitam guhacharam nama mahatpadamatraitat samarpitam ejat pranan nimishacchayadetat janatha sadasatvarenyam param vijñānāt yadvarishtham prajanām. So that great truth, reality, Brahman, that Lord is seated in our heart. Know Him. This is the essence of this verse. What is the nature of that Lord? Avihi. Avihi means prakasham, effulgent, bright. Because it is of the nature of consciousness, awareness. Sannihitam, residing very, very close. Even the term close is wrong. Because near means what? There is some distance. Even to say near actually is wrong. Because it is me myself. Sannihitam, existing very close. Guhacharam nama, famously known as moving in the cavity of the heart. Guhacharam. Guhayam charati. So in our scriptures, the heart space is called Guha, cave. So why is it called cave? You see, from outside, when you look into the cave, you don't see anything. From outside, you look into the cave, you don't see anything. So if you want to see what is there in the cave, what you should do? You have to enter into the cave. Again, for some time, you don't see anything. The eyes have to get adjusted with the darkness. Slowly, 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 things become manifest. Very mystic terms they are using here. In the same way. As long as you are extrovert, roaming around in the world, you will not see what is happening in the cave, what is there in the cave. Cave of your heart. But then you withdraw your attention. In the beginning, you will not see anything. Don't get discouraged. Slowly, slowly, slowly. The inner world, the happenings in the inner world, the contents in the inner world start getting manifest. Something is happening, earlier I was not aware. But then, as I start paying attention to the inner world at the seat of meditation, things become clearer and clearer. That's why these terms are used here. Guhacharam. Guha, cavity. Guhacharam nama mahat padam is a great abode in that cavity of your heart. What do you mean padam? So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Padyate sarvena iti padam. That which is sought by all. Padyate sarvena. What are we seeking? Sat, Chit, Anand. Security, knowledge and bliss. This is what we are seeking. freedom from all delusion and confusion. That's what we are seeking. Absolute security, permanent security. That's what we are seeking. Permanent existence. Infinite bliss. That's what we are seeking. So what you are seeking is right there in that cavity of the heart. So Mahat Padam. That which you are seeking, it is there. Another definition also Bhagavan Shankaracharya gives. Padam means what? Sarva Padartha Aspadatvat Padam. That which is the support of all beings. That is also called Padam. So Padam has two meanings. That which is sought by all, meaning number one. Meaning number two, that which is the support of all. So in this way, it is Mahat Padam, greatest support, greatest thing which all of us are seeking in life. Mahat Padam. Atra etat samarpitam. On this Brahman, this reality which is existing in this cave of the heart, everything samarpitam, they are all fixed. They exist. They reside. What are they? Yat ejat pranat nimishat. Yat ejat, whatever moves. Yat pranat, whatever breathes. Yat nimishat, whatever winks. Winking is called nimishat. Meaning, whatever is there in this world, alive, breathing, kicking, winking. Atra etat samarpita. They are all existing and functioning, rooted in Him. And that Brahman himself is Sat Asat. With form, without form. Gross, subtle. Cause, effect. All these meanings can go for Sat and Asat. Sat means that which is gross. Asat means that which is subtle. Sat means that which is cause. Asat means that which is, or rather reverse. Effect is seen, so it is Sat. Cause is unseen, so it is Sat. So cause, effect, subtle, gross, form, without form. Sat, Asat. Though it is there in the cavity of the heart, in everyone it is there. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe Arjuna Tishta. It is there, but prajanam vijnana param. It is not available for the understanding of the creatures. For the gross-minded ones, this truth is not available. Exactly like the cave, You are roaming around outside the cave, you will not know what is inside the cave. You are not seeing anything inside the cave, not because the thing is not there. You are not seeing anything inside the cave because there are certain qualifications to see the thing in the cave. So as far as the outer cave is concerned, what is the qualification? Eyes must get adjusted to the inner darkness. That is the qualification. The eyes must become subtle. In the same way, what is the qualification here? Mind should become pure. That's the qualification. Otherwise, prajanam vijnana param. It is not available for perception, experience. And therefore, varenyam. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, varaniyam. The one thing to be chosen in life. Varana means to choose. Like Swayamvaram. What is Swayamvaram? The lady chooses who should be my husband. So she goes on with one garland. All the kings are standing there like a fool. This lady will choose. In the same way, we also have a garland. In life, what to choose? Whom to marry? Varaniyam. Choose him. Choose the Lord. Why? Bhagavan Shankaracharya says Nityatvat, because it is the only thing which is Nityam, eternal, imperishable. Varaniyam. Because it is Varishtham, the best, Sreshtham. Because knowing this, everything else is known. Remember the question. Kasminnu bhagavo vijñāte sarvamidam vijñānam bhavati. Knowing which, what is that? Knowing which everything becomes known. This is the one. Therefore, Varishtham. Hey Shaunaka, etam janatha. Hey Shaunaka is not there in that line. You have to. I hope you are remembering the Guru and the Shishya. Who is the teacher? Angiras. Angiras is teaching Shaunaka. So, hey Shaunaka, this is the answer. Etat janatha. Know this entity. Knowing alone is enough. You don't have to create. Why? Because it is already there. So the purpose of action is in trying to know which is already there. So what is the result? Permanent result or impermanent result? Finite action but permanent result. Because action is not creating anything, action is only unveiling which is already there. Got it? Yeah. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. That also appear to be action, because this question can come. Swamiji, you say action is limited, but sadhana is also action. No, true. But here, limited action is done, but the result is unlimited. Not because action is unlimited, because the nature of the thing is unlimited. When you take water from the well, you get little water. But when you walk towards the ocean, you get infinite water. Action is finite, but the result is infinite. Why? Because the nature of the thing is infinite. You must know the difference between spiritual action and materialistic action. Materialistic action, you are putting forth action to get something of the material world. There you will get always limited results. But in spiritual action, you are putting forth action in order to get what is already there. Apraptaschet praptavyam, praptaschet jnatavyam. If something is not there with you, then you have to work hard and get it. But suppose if there is something is with you and you are not knowing that it is with you, then what you have to do? Jnatavyam. Mere knowing is enough. That effort of knowing is called sadhana. Etat janatha. This should be your purpose of life. Next one. Second verse, page number 87. Yadarchimat yadanubhyo Yasmin loka nihita lokinascha Tadedadaksharam brahma Sapranastaduvang Tadetat satyam tadamrutam Tadvedhavyam somya vidhi Yadarchimat yadanubhyo Yasmin loka nihita lokinascha tadetadaksharam brahma sa pranastaduvang manah tadedat satyam tadamritam tadvedhavyam saumya vidhi. Tadvedhavyam, that has to be aimed at. Vedhavyam, that has to be penetrated, pierced. O Soumya, O dear one, Vidhi, know this. This is the purpose of life. What is that? Yad Archimat, shining as pure consciousness. Archi means flames, full of flames. There are poetic language. Flames of consciousness. Yet Anubhyonucha, subtler than the subtlest. Anu means subtle. Anubhyonu, subtler than the subtle. Why is it called subtler than the subtle? Which is the grossest? Earth is the grossest. Why earth is the grossest? That which can be perceived through all the sense organs is the grossest. So earth has got Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Shabda, sound. Sparsha, touch. Rupa, form. Rasa, taste. Gandha, smell. So all the five sense organs can perceive that earth. So it is the grossest. One step higher into subtlety. What's the next one? Water. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, what is that? Gandha. Yeah. Last one. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. Gandha is not there. Pure water, smell will not be there. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. Next higher. Fire. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. Rasa and Gandha is not there. You can't taste fire, you can't smell fire. Next higher. Vayu. Shabda, Sparsha is there. Rupa is not there. Form is not there. Taste is not there. Smell is not there. Then next one. Space. Only Shabda is there. Sparsha is not there. Rupa, Rasa, Gandha is not there. So this is the order of subtlety. What is subtler than space? Mind. Yes. The whole outer space is actually residing in the inner space of mind. So mind is even subtler. So that is why none of the sense organs can experience the mind. See, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha means what? Gandha is nose. Shabda is ears. Sparsha, skin. Rupa, eyes. Rasa, tongue. Gandha, nose. Yeah. So, once you go beyond the space, five sense organs cannot experience. So therefore, mind is even higher than the space. Even more subtle. What is even more subtler than mind? Consciousness. Intellect, mind, everything same. Nothing but flow of thoughts. Mind means thoughts. So mind, intellect, everything comes there. Mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, everything comes there. Even subtler than consciousness. So that is why Anubhyo is used. Therefore, Yasmin loka nihita lokinascha. All the worlds and all the residents of the worlds also stay in it. Tat etat aksharam brahma. That is immortal. Brahman. Sa pranaha tadu manaha tat etat satyam tad amritam. That is the one which is a prana. Mind. All of them function. Hey Shaunaka, tad vedhavyam. That is the one thing to be pierced, aimed at. So now next one is that example of that bow and arrow. That is a seed for this, is vedhavyam. Penetrate, hit the target. So the technique of meditation comes next. That we will see in the next class. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaścit dukkha bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya